What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm your girl, Sarah, UDK Best Svati. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Today is Thursday, August 15th at 6:29 a.m. Mountain Time this morning. We experienced the full moon in Aquarius, and I wanted to use the occasion to do a reading. I use a regular 54 card deck, Soul Mars Soul cards, with a side of Alana Fairchild and Rasuli's Rumi Oracle. I'm kind of geeked because I just did a practice run and I had deja vu. So I'm super excited that what we're going to find out today it's going to be awesome. So in the readings that I do, sometimes I do translate the cards into tarot, but for the most part, I use definitions from Robert Lee Camp's Cards of Your Destiny. I do pull a 25 card spread. That's 3 cards for each day of the week, basically. And then a long range card, a Pluto card, a result card, and an environment card. The environment card kind of being the container that supports the rest of the reading. I will not talk about all 25 cards, but I will definitely give you the highlights. So, starting out with the Jack of Spades, the Thief, the Actor, the Spiritual Initiate card in Mercury. King of Spades in Venus, nice. Ten of Spades, the Workaholic card in Mars. Jupiter, the Two of Diamonds, the Wheeler Dealer. Jupiter tends to be where we get our biggest blessings. That's pretty cool. A person came to mind. I love using the 54 card deck because it not only represents energies that are present, it represents people. And I know a couple of folks with the Two of Diamonds birth cards, so yeah, definitely hit me up if you would like to know what your birth card is. You can also get that information at the number 7thunders.com. We got the Two of Hearts in Mercury, which could be, no, I'm sorry, Saturn. Saturn tends to be very karmic, where most of our challenges come from in any period of time. We've got the King of Hearts in Uranus, and the Mother of Intuition, the Queen of Clubs in Neptune. So all their supporting cards out. Ooh, we got another 2 in Saturn. Ooh, with the 7 of Spades. That is my birth card. So it looks like this next week or so, we might find some interesting challenges and partnerships. So we got the Two of Hearts, which is a union. It's a love union. The Two of Clubs, which is the card of conversation. And the 7 of Spades, again, that's my birth card, the card of faith. It's one of the most spiritual cards in the deck. I love it because it is who I am, but it does tend to bring challenges, and I would imagine especially in Saturn. I will be checking that out in a bit. We got the 7 of Clubs under our King of Hearts in Uranus, with the 6 of Clubs. I feel like the week following this full moon might be a little challenging, but that is okay. Life is, we take it as it comes and try to enjoy it anyway. At least I do. So here comes our big cards of the week. We got the Jack of Diamonds. That is my planetary ruling card. So your planetary ruling card is going to be almost as important as your birth card. Generally, when you do weekly readings, you would do a reading for both, or you would read for both your birth card and your planetary ruling card. If you only had time for one, your birth card is going to be the most important. But if you have time, they really work together. So I am the Seven of Spades birth card, and we got the Jack of Diamonds, which is my planetary ruling card, as our long range, which is pretty cool. I would imagine it's the card of financial creativity, which makes sense for me, certainly. I hope it also resonates with some of you. I will talk a little bit more about what that means. But let's move on to our challenge. Ooh, our challenge is the Jack of Clubs, the card of mental creativity. So it looks like whatever is going on this week, we should be able to, if we are able to be mentally creative, to allow our creative juices to flow, to at the very least write down the creative ideas that we get, if not actually bringing them into, if we don't actually actualize them, I would suggest definitely keeping a journal, pen and a pad around, and at least writing down the ideas that you get. So our challenge, our biggest challenge for the week is going to be the Jack of Clubs, which again, the card of mental creativity. Try to actually create the things that you come up with, and if it's not possible, at least write them down. Do not lose these ideas. And if you are successful at honoring the creativity that's being given to us in the next week, then our result will be, nice, the Queen of Diamonds, the Philanthropist card. So either you will become, you may be a philanthropist in some way, shape, or form for others around you if you are successful at channeling your creative thoughts, or maybe you will attract a philanthropist. So definitely honor the creativity that the universe is sending your way in the next week. And then our environment card, the Eight of Diamonds. So we do have some challenges in like small periods this week, specifically Saturn, which for me is generally on a Saturday. But man, the Eight of Diamonds is the Sun card, is the card of financial power. To me, I think of it as almost like the ultimate card of abundance. Remembering that nowadays abundance is not just about your bank account. Abundance is really about your community, the folks that you have around you, the folks that you can turn to if you need something. It doesn't have to belong to you. Abundance is about having everything that you need when you need it, or knowing where you can go and get it. So that is super awesome. Let's go ahead and pull our Runique card. I love that it's been my experience, at least in the past, I think I probably only had these cards maybe 3 or 4 weeks. But it's super awesome. They were given to me as a gift by Akima Price. Shout out Akima. And I just love that when I've been doing these weekly readings, and since I've started pulling a Runique card, they always seem to support the reading that I've just done. And today we got card number 21, more creativity, the Sacred Phoenix Heart. Boop. Awesome. So first I want to look up this Eight of Diamonds environment card just to be more clear about the abundant nature of that card. It says this could be a time in which you have the financial means to make some important purchases in your life. Whether it is to buy a new house, car, boat, or other items of importance, it is likely that there is something that you want to buy that you will have the means to acquire now. Awesome. For me, it's promotional materials for all the business that I'm wanting to do now. This is a very good omen for finances in general and for sex and for success in work or business. Hopefully, it's good for sex too. Be thankful for the blessings of prosperity that are now a part of your life. That is what's up. So again, we have the Jack of Diamonds, the financially creative card as kind of maybe our focal point. It's the long range card, so I would say that's kind of the focus or something that will be on our minds over the course of the week. Our Pluto, our challenge for the week is the Jack of Clubs. Again, that is the card of mental creativity. And so if we are successful at channeling that mental creativity, then our results will be the Queen of Diamonds, which is the philanthropist card. We will either be or attract a philanthropist in some way, shape, or form, someone who will help us with resources for our business, or maybe we will be resources for other folks' business. Either way, I think that is super dope. I like to look at Jupiter. Jupiter is always, even with the most challenging cards, the influence of Jupiter tends to make the challenges less painful. But we got really good cards here. We got the Two of Diamonds, again, the Wheeler Dealer card. I know at least two of those people, and I'm sure I will see them both here in the next few days. The Two of Diamonds is supported by the Eight of Clubs, which is the card of mental power. Another one of my closest friends is the Eight of Clubs, so I look forward to talking to him later today. And the Six of Spades, which is the card of fate. So I would say that during this week that Jupiter, we'll either be acting as the wheeler dealer, or we will be in contact with folks that are wheeler dealers, folks that are maybe good at business, at making negotiations come out in their favor. Just in case you don't know, I feel like the wheeler dealer is obvious, but I definitely had someone ask me what that means. So I would say a wheeler dealer is someone who's able to enter into negotiations and for the most part come out on top. So that's super dope, supported by the card of mental power. So we have creativity and power in our thoughts this week. And whatever this card of fate in Jupiter is definitely telling me, like I said earlier, if you're not able to immediately actualize the creative ideas you have, like if you have an idea for a painting, just paint it. Maybe you get an idea for a business. Obviously, you're not going to actualize that all in 1 week, but write down everything that comes to mind about it, so that later on you have everything that you need, or at least a good format or outline to create that. So I did want to look closer at our challenges, or the cards that we got in Saturn, which again, the Two of Hearts, the Two of Clubs, the Two of Hearts, which again is the card of union and love. So maybe we will have some challenges in our relationships this week. And that is going to be supported by the card of conversation and the card of faith. I'm very interested. Normally, I would not look in the book for 3 cards in the same period, but I'm super compelled, especially this Two of Hearts and Saturn. We'll start there, and maybe that'll clear things up. But if not, I will read all 3. So the Two of Hearts in Saturn. This period may bring a karmic relationship into your life. Uh-oh. Karmic relationships in general are very intense in the beginning, but they tend to turn very challenging pretty quickly. And really, they are about learning what we need to learn about ourselves. Every person that we attract, and especially in a romantic relationship, is a mirror. And so if you attract someone that ends up challenging you, what I have been trying to spend the past few years doing is trying to figure out the things that I like the least about that person, and then finding them in myself. Generally, whatever it is that you don't like about that person, it's either something that you also do but are unable to see because it's hard for us to see ourselves objectively. So you either do that thing or you wish you could do that thing. So look at the things, at the people around you, or especially in your romantic relationship. If there's something that is really, really irking you about the folks in your romantic relationships, try to find it in yourself, or try to find how you envy it. And once you root that out and honor that part of yourself, then the karma dissipates and that challenge can be relieved. So again, this period may bring a karmic relationship into your life. You may have a close friend or lover who needs your help to battle an illness or burden. They may in turn become a burden for you. Any intimate affairs begun now will likely have a fated quality about them and are likely to be challenging in one or more ways. You may be learning about the responsibilities that go along with love or your personal sexual expression. I'm going to say that again. You may be learning about the responsibilities that go along with love or your personal sexual expression. So we're going to be challenged to be responsible in love and the way we express our sexualities. The net result of such lessons in love will be a more mature you, capable of acting with integrity and fairness in your most intimate relationships. That's pretty cool. It's a challenge for sure, but it's not bad. It may be painful depending on how resistant you are to finding the challenging qualities in others in yourself. That helps me. I don't feel like I need to look up the Two of Clubs. I feel like the Two of Clubs supporting that Two of Hearts means that the best way, the Two of Clubs is the card of conversation, so the best way to work through those challenges is to have a conversation, like be honest, be open. And yeah, I do want to look at that Seven of Spades and see how the card of faith is supporting. I mean, obviously my intuition tells me that you're just supposed to have faith, that these relationships that work out can work out, that if you have those tough conversations, if you have faith in yourself and in the other person to go ahead and have the tough conversation, then everything will work out well. Sometimes karmic relationships are not meant to last, but I feel like maybe the ones that we're talking about this week actually will, as long as we have faith. Thinking about faith in relationship always makes me, whenever I start to have doubts or fears, and when thinking about my romantic partners, I always think of, I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing. So I try to, when I start having doubts in my relationships, if I'm in a place where I can, then I will actually sing that. If I'm in a place where it would be just too outlandish for me to be busting out singing, then I sing it in my head, and I sing it until I actually feel my vibration shift out of doubt. So use that. I believe in miracles, or whatever like positive energy kind of frequency you can manifest to get yourself out of doubt and to help you to move forward and do the things that you know need to be done, which in our romantic relationships this week is obviously have the tough conversations. So the Seven of Spades in Saturn. This is one of the stronger indications of health problems of one kind or another. Negative attitudes or lifestyle habits can bring on illness and other difficulties during this period. The karmic nature of this card indicates that these problems are a result of deep-seated negativities or ways of living that are out of balance with a happy life. You will not be able to hold on to negative attitudes and thinking patterns without them affecting your health and work. You may be forced to do something about it. A positive attitude and healthy habits go a long way towards healing yourself and others. So having this card specifically with these two twos, I feel like it's saying that if you have any unhealthy habits, that's probably also contributing to whatever discord you're facing in your relationships. And it may get so bad, like you may be put flat, like you may actually get really sick, which is generally the universe's way of challenging you to take a good look at the things that you're doing wrong or that are negative or unhealthy, and work to change them. I recently read that that the only way to get rid of a habit is to replace it with another habit. So look at whatever negative or bad habits you have and try to replace them. One thing that has been huge for me lately, and I feel like it's still a challenge, but it's a good starting point, is drinking water. I feel like starting every day, making sure that at least you have 1 pint of water before you consume anything else in a day is really, really powerful. It's shifting. And if you can get to the point where you are consuming your body weight in ounces of water a day, it's just really, it's huge. It's hard. I'm trying to do 6 liters. More often than that, I'm around 3 or 4, which is still a gallon, which is really dope. But I guarantee you, my mind is clearer. Yeah, I'm gonna get off my soapbox, so this is not terribly long. But look to some of your own habits that might be causing some of the discord in your relationships this week. I feel like that's what that's saying. It says, on a deep level, you could be confronting some of your deepest fears, along with some of your deepest seated negative beliefs about yourself or life in general. Though this may be a difficult period, you will come through it a much more free and happy person. It is a natural cleansing process that will rid you of impurities of one kind or another. Be open to the messages you are getting now, and all will turn out for the better. Also bear in mind that the difficulties or challenges indicated by this card could be offset by a strong card in the other position. We don't have strong cards in the other positions. We have the 2 of Hearts, the 2 of Clubs, and the 7 of Spades, which is what we're talking about now. And I just want to reiterate where it says here that you could be confronting some of your deepest of fears, along with some of your deepest seated negative beliefs about yourself or life in general. I feel like that's obviously talking about this 2 of Hearts, probably more specifically your deepest fears and negative beliefs about relationships. All of these things, it sounds like it could be a really tough week for relationships. But have faith and have those conversations. Talk about it. Tell your partner about the fears and the doubts that you're having. And I suspect that all will work out well. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop there as far as these first 25 cards are concerned, and go ahead and look at what Rumi has to say. Again, we pulled card 21, the Sacred Phoenix Heart card. And let's see. So, the Rumi cards, when you pull them, you get a bit of Rumi poetry. Then you get the message written by Alana Fairchild and a sacred honoring ritual. I love, love, love these cards for everything about these cards. But I especially like that there's a prayer in the sacred honoring ritual. I meditate a lot, It's huge for me, but I'm not big on praying. Like, I'm one of those go with the flow people. I have a big ego, and when I'm chasing things, it's not always for the right reasons. And I found in my 45 years that most of the things that I chase don't end up being what I really want. Things work out much better for me when I just sit and create the vibration that I want and let them come to me. So to me, praying tends to be about asking for things, and so I just don't do it. I don't ask for a lot. I don't pray much. I meditate more. But I love that these cards are getting me into prayer. I feel like since I have been using these cards on a daily basis and praying in a more general way, that I've actually started to detox my thoughts to a certain extent. So anyway, so the poetry from Rumi. Under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens. In total faith, love tenderly guides every lover to the garden of the heart. Reason says the world is limited in 6 directions. There is no way out. Love says there is a way, and I have traveled it many times. I love Rumi. Let's see. This oracle comes with a message for you. You may feel as though you have been wandering in a desert for many years with no oasis in sight. You might have been through darkness, through trials, endured confusion and uncertainty as you sought for your truth, sought divine revelation, and sought your purpose to confirm your plans. Seek no more. The answers are now given, or very soon will be, and the life, the passion, the purpose, it will all come to you with clarity. Dope. If you are comfortable and in a place to do so, place your hands on your heart and say, this sacred phoenix heart is blessed. Through every loss, every grief, and sadness, every morning, this heart grows strong, ready to ignite into new life, into the dance that is not the funeral procession, but the rite of spring. This heart is ready to leap with new life, to be infused with the joy of innocence and the passion of deepest devotion. How I trust my heart to lead me, guided by the inner voice of love, through all that could possibly be. I am safe. This heart knows the way, and I follow it faithfully now. Into the light of a new day, through sacred grace, so be it. Woo! I love these prayers. Like, I can feel this. I always feel the energy excited around me when I say prayers. But I feel like saying this prayer on camera, like I'm getting the energy that is built up by everyone who will say this prayer out loud, and I'm so grateful. The answers are now given, or very soon will be, and the life, the passion, the purpose, it will all come to you in clarity. The life, the passion, the purpose. This Jack of Clubs, the card of mental creativity in Pluto, supported by the Eight of Clubs in Jupiter, the card of mental power. Like, we're getting the answers. We may be having some challenges in our personal relationships, but as far as our purpose and our path is concerned, we are finding the answers. That is why, more than anything, this reading is telling me to tell you to carry a journal. And if you are not able to actually manifest and bring your creative impulses into material manifestation, at least write it down, write it down, write it down. Yeah, I think that that's it for now. Obviously, there's a lot more cards in this reading. If you would like, I will post a picture of the actual cards that were pulled. And if you have any questions about the other cards, please feel free to hit me up. If you would like to get a reading, hit me up. I'm going to put my contact information in the description of the video. Gosh, I didn't know what the universe was pushing me to do, and I wasn't sure that I would be able to do it, but I'm feeling really good. This is not, I don't know. I feel like these cards are just a way for me to talk about the things that I've learned, to share the things that I've learned, and I'm grateful that I've been given this challenge and that I have followed through. I'm grateful for all of you who are watching this. Again, feel free to contact me. My information is in the comments. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Help me to spread the good word. And I love y'all. Enjoy the energy of this full moon in Aquarius. And have a blessed weekend.